Will Indiana Jones have a kid named Garflamboyism? I'm in salad and I saw Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It is directed by Steven Spielberg, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. The movie starts to a flashback of when Indiana Jones was in Boy Scouts and he's watching this guy steal a cross, a crucifix, and that seems very shady. I do not like this at all, but I do think you should like this video if you do like this video. Flash forward to the future, and oh no, his dad's not here. First of all, what happened to his father? Henry, oh my goodness, that's a pretty hefty name. Henry, then we have Indiana. Do the syllables just keep adding on with each extra generation? Will Indiana Jones have a kid named Garflamboyism? That's beside the point. I really do like how there's so much going on with this crucifix. This crucifix doesn't really seem like anything at first, but the more and more Indiana Jones tries to figure out where his father is, the more mystery that he uncovers, and it's kind of, it seems a little dangerous, not gonna lie. It seems very dangerous to get his feelings mixed in with this mission, because there's this chick that comes along and is like, oh yeah, let's just do a little swooning. Indiana Jones should really be careful about the women that he decides to spend his time with. I mean, sure, it's all right. I personally like it when Indiana Jones sleeps with all the women, because that's what I perceive Indiana Jones' character to be like. But this woman seems like she wants to get with Indiana Jones a little too much. Like, there's something suspicious about her behavior, and I think that he should be very cautious, but he's not. And it seems like Henry is also a little eerie about her. Yeah, Indiana Jones doesn't listen. He doesn't listen until he gets tied up in a chair, and that chick that he's been swooning over, stealing the diary of Henry, is like, oh, this specific map that I have that leads us to the cool Crusade with a nice little holy water that makes us go live for a very long time. I'm just like, okay, first of all, why do you need to live for a very long time? That's honestly my ultimate fundamental issue. Why must you be immortal? Stop being immortal. Stop being obsessed with being immortal, okay? You must die because that's just nature, honestly. Like, that's genuinely what I believe, okay? So I have a vague fundamental issue with this. However, I really do like the technique of doing the rope with the two people and then the chairs back to back. I'm like, man, I feel like it would be tighter, like a tighter grip on each person if you did two sets of rope instead of one, because then they're unable to get out of the ropes as easily as they did. The way that they escape, though, is so endearing. Like, it seems like they are totally 100% father and son. They just bicker with each other like father and son. Indiana Jones is like, Dad? And then Henry is like, yeah, that's your old man, bud. And I'm like, this is so nice. I'm so happy to see the relationship building. I don't really know that they had like a huge relationship growing up. There's definitely some relationship issues that they haven't sorted out yet, that they have to sort out throughout their journey going to this holy water land, the immortal elixir. Pretty exactly what they call it, but it's honestly not the most impressive sight once they get to the place where all the holy water. Honestly, the journey to this immortal water is more interesting than the immortal water place itself, because there's so many like spider webs that personally I wouldn't ever go through, just because they're spider webs, not because there is like anything dangerous behind them except for maybe a spider. There could be like something more dangerous, like a Komodo dragon perhaps, or some like poisonous snake, but I'm not thinking about that. I don't want spider webs touching me or my skin. It's very irritating, it's very annoying. I would definitely not be the type to go after this immortal juice. And of course, there's Nazis in this movie. Very strong influence, much stronger influence in this movie than like any of the other Indiana Jones movies. Like, I know there's like almost no Nazi presence in the other ones, but this one has a large Nazi presence and is very noticeable. And the chick that Indiana Jones was swooning over, she's a Nazi herself. When we get to the part where we're drinking the elixir, Indiana Jones is like just standing there, just being real chill. And I'm like, you know, I think that's a really smart move on your part, Indiana Jones. Good job with that. Don't choose any of these really flashy cups of water. Unfortunately, there's another person that goes, though, it's like, oh, well actually let me grab just one thing, boom! Let me grab what seems to be like the coolest cup of water that could preserve my immortality. And I'm like, first of all, if you're going to be immortal, you gotta like not care about mortal things because those are going to die, riches die, you can't take them with you, you gotta be humble. What would Jesus drink? Oh, a cup of a carpenter. And Indiana Jones chooses right. He actually doesn't like take the biggest sip. He takes a tiny bit of a sip, but he takes it to his father who got shot. I'm like, this is so nice and endearing. Unfortunately though, what if Indiana Jones dies before the father dies? I think it's incredibly endearing, the relationship. I really like seeing their journey with all of the action beats. There's also like a good amount of like sweet beats and like personality growing beats. There's just a lot of character development in this movie. There's so many characters that I thought would be good people, but actually are not the goodest people at all. Overall, I think this is a pretty great movie and a great ending movie to a nice trilogy, the Indiana Jones trilogy of movies. I know there's 2 others after this. I felt heavily engaged watching this movie the entire time. My eyes were glued to the screen. I felt like I knew exactly what was going on, beat to beat to beat, and I didn't feel any boringness in this movie whatsoever. I felt it was enjoyable. And I'm honestly excited to see what happens to the other Indiana Jones movies, because this is the last of a trilogy. I cannot imagine Indiana Jones getting any better from here because this is already a pretty solid movie. So honestly, I gotta give this movie like a solid, like a solid 8.2 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. You can fast track a movie review at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month, $3 a month how to draw Pokemon tutorials. Post there early and first, all at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree, find the way that you can help support the daily grind of all these daily movie reviews. So we can go here. And until next time, Mint Salad, I'll see you later, my sad croutons, bacon bits.